it's Simon from High Plane Games with a review for Neonwall, a game I've just picked up in the American PlayStation Network January sale. It's also on sale in the Hong Kong store because it's a Hong Kong developer that created the game. So if you like what you see after this video, check it out in those territories for about 60% off the title. This is a PlayStation VR optional title. You can play in non-VR mode as well, which is what I did. The DualShock controller basically marries up as the two move controllers. So the left stick's your left hand, the right stick's your right hand, and then the shoulder buttons are your triggers, essentially. The crux to Neonwall is colour coordination, essentially. You're trying to get your ball from one end of the wall to the other, and your ball will be one colour, and the wall will change colours underneath, and the two wands that you've got have got two colours and the ball will be your third. The idea is that you keep on shooting out the triggers so that you change the colour of the ball to match the colour of the wall that you've got underneath. There's a rhyme in there somewhere. But also you might need to be shooting different coloured blocks at the same time. You might need to be changing colours so that you can do super leaps or boosts so that you can get across jumps. It could be that actually you need to change colours so that you no longer fit on the wall and you fall through it so that you can drop down and underneath. Reminds me a little bit of like Crazy Marbles, not so much the game Marble Madness, but like Marble Run games where you're trying to kind of get a ball round to one end to the other. There's 50 levels in total. What I really like about the game is that if you get stuck on a couple of them, because they do require quite a bit of coordination, and sometimes you're having like a thick moment and you're just like, I can't do it! You can just skip levels on and then come back to them afterwards, and it will kind of just judge you on your overall experience. So if you get stuck on level 12 or 13, jump forward a couple and you can always go back and revisit stuff. So I really appreciated that, actually, because there were some levels where I was just having a thick moment and I couldn't do it. It introduces new mechanics every few levels as well, which I found really good, and then starts to combine them all together. So I found the difficulty curve quite nice as well. The crux, though, to making sure that you have a really good experience with Neonwall is to get out of your head the pattern of where colours will appear. And the reason why I say this is because you'll always have two colours in your hands and a third colour on the ball. But what my brain kept on thinking was that the colours of where they start is going to be where they always go back to, the left hand and the right hand, but they don't. It depends on what you're swapping out. So you might start off with your red colour in your left hand, and then you'll flip it so that the red goes to the ball, the blue comes to the left hand, and then your green will come in and because it's the next colour, and then the red will end up on the right hand. And then my brain's already thinking, oh cool, red's next, I'll hit the left button, and you're like, no! So once you get that out of your head, actually Neonwall becomes a really fluid and fun experience to get round. There's several different types of levels that you get within this game. You've got puzzle levels, which you don't necessarily have to fight against the clock, but they're the ones that require the most intricateness, because the ball will always keep rolling in a direction, whether it be fast or slow. So you need to tactically change the colours to make something go fast or slow, or to move switches underneath, because you're like rearranging the maze sometimes to get through stuff. So you really have to think about what you're doing, and sometimes you will have to like swap things out to make everything go slower so that you can actually get through the maze itself. And then there's ones that are like time trial runs or runner mode, essentially, which is where the level is being eaten up behind you, so you have to get it right perfectly, otherwise you will die. Or there's stuff where it's time trials and it's getting to different checkpoints, so if you do die you'll then reset in a checkpoint and you get 4 or 5 goes to try and get to the end, but it's not be all and end all if you die once or twice there. I found the game to be really interesting and exciting. It's not going to keep you busy for many hours, depending on how dexterous you are, but I found the game really moreish. I thought, oh, do you know what, I'll just play a few levels and get into it, and then once I've played like for a couple of weeks, I'll then do the review. I bought this Friday, Thursday, and it's now Sunday. I've done almost all of the levels, and I couldn't put it down, so thumbs up from me. Neonwall is out now. It's a surprising little underdog if you fancy a PSVR title or a non-PSVR title that is around just very simple game mechanics that begs for that, for goodness sake, one more go appeal. Thanks for watching. Take care. This channel is just one of my many projects that cover games, music and film. If you enjoy any of these and would consider supporting me to develop further in the future, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/Satorimon. Thank you for your time and for watching the video.